Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. If you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings as usual. But give some of y'all some time to tune in. I know some of y'all probably ain't got the notification yet. I know I was late setting the time reminder, but really didn't know if I was going live today, but I said might as well. Just needed my day to really rest and just get my thoughts cleared. Um, I hope everybody had a blessed Wednesday. Hope everybody had a safe and joyous Wednesday. Yeah, we almost through the week, y'all. You know, it's been a lot of stuff going on. Carlos, salute, bro. It's been a lot of stuff going on. Um, Tonight is just going to be a mix-up. I feel like I still need to finish part of that live. You know, that's what's up. It's supposed to be, bro. Like I told you the last time, don't let certain things take you out of, you address things the way you need to do it, but don't let it get you out of pocket, bro. It ain't worth it. That's why I don't entertain a lot of shit here. The only thing I'm gonna entertain is these topics, you know. But all in all, I feel like this. I'm still going to finish part of this. We really do need to protect the kids at all costs, and not just going to say from the standpoint of we got to protect them from the predators. We also got to protect them from, I'm gonna say, the people that we elect as school teachers, principals, et cetera, because the bar for that goes a little bit deeper than that. Hey, Scorpio lady, blessings. The bar goes a little deeper than that, you know. Yes, we always supposed to protect the kids from the predators in our community. Yes, but we also gotta protect them from some of these students and these teachers when they in school. You know, because some kids don't even feel protected in school. You know, there's a lot to really worry about. Like I said, you know, from both aspects, you gotta make sure your kids are safe. You know, if you don't got one that slipped through the cracks, that's a pedophile. You got one that's an abuser, as far as a physical or verbal abuser. You know, you got some teachers that show clear signs of that. Like I said, I should know because I came up in the school system. I knew which teachers was really for the kids and which ones wasn't. And I think a lot of us did. We knew which teachers really cared about us and which ones just didn't give a fuck. And that's why I said sometimes it's a mixed bag and you gotta protect the kids at all costs. You know, you got some, and don't get me wrong, in some cases I do see the kids and the students wilding out on the teachers, but then again, there's still a certain amount of professionalism you're supposed to uphold. Now, if, for example, you know the child you got in your class probably has some sort of like mental disturbances where they need medication, then you should already know how to at least maneuver around that. You know, and then you got, like I said, you got some teachers who will allow certain things to happen to the students, no matter how much the student has come to them and said so. And that's why I said it got to be fair protection, even when it comes to school, because it's a lot of things that if they're not learning it from around the parents or learning it from the streets, they are getting some of this shit from school. Hey, Tanya, blessings. Realist salute, bro. Glad y'all tuned in. You know, like I said, I do stand on that. Protection of the kids at all costs, which is the truth. And that's even when it come down to schools, because there's been a couple people that I've heard recently that have said some unsavory things about the school that their kids attend. And it's sad. And like I said, when it comes to things like that, there needs to be a thorough investigation from the ground up. You know, You know, with all the traumas and the stuff that's going on in the world now, it's bad enough as it is. But some kids who actually want to get an education and try to make it shouldn't have to go through the negligence, basically. You know, no kid wants to really have to worry about not being protected on all aspects. And that's something to look into. Like I said, you got some people who are slipping through the cracks, and they might not be a predator, but they could be a physical abuser. They could be a person that if they feel like they're going to do it, they will fucking hurt your kids. I done remember a couple times coming up. I remember a couple parents I knew coming up to the school like, motherfucker, you're not putting your hands on my child. What's wrong with you? You know, you gotta definitely protect them at all costs. You know, and sometimes parents are going to definitely have to double check. I remember when I was younger. See, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little terror in the fourth grade. I'm not gonna lie. A little terror only because I was terrorizing the ones that were trying to terrorize me. The smallest nigga in the school, everybody looked like a giant. Oh, we're gonna pick on the pipsqueak. Yeah, and got your head bust open, right? Yeah, yeah. But you know, sometimes like you got to look at it too. If you are protecting yourself the way you're supposed to protect yourself, you know, you'll get the gist of it. Like some parents got to understand, it's not just coming up to your kid's school when it's parent-teacher conferences. Sometimes it's good to just make a surprise visit at the school just to make sure everything is going the way it's supposed to be going. And sometimes you get to observe, because shit, it was times I didn't even know my mom was at my school. So there were certain things she already knew what I was doing and what I wasn't doing. And she always knew when I was telling the truth about certain things because she already seen it for herself. So, as parents, y'all got to understand you're sending your kids off to school. And yes, you can't watch them 24/7, but you can at least make sure that they are out of harm's way, you know? Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. Some of the parents ain't doing that no more. They're not really popping up to the schools no more to see what their kids is doing, you know? And sometimes, like I said, it's always a mixed bag. But for those who abuse or just they not taking nothing serious for them, those be the ones that end up snapping. Like, what am I supposed to do if I'm not? It's like you basically get me in trouble to a point where I'm scared to go home sometimes, even if I ain't do nothing wrong. Just for the fact that I could have been with the wrong people, or just because you disdainly don't like who I am as a person, you're still supposed to have a professionalism about yourself. Period. You know, like I said, I done seen some parents come up ready to really get on gangster time just for the simplest thing, like don't touch my kid in any way, shape, or form that he feels the type of way, and which is understandable. You know, but see, now I'm gonna be honest with you. You can only protect those who need to protect them. Some of these kids do put themselves in danger. Not all, but some. But for the rest of them, we still got to protect. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, never mind. Don't need that. Trying to order this dog something on Chewy as well. But yeah, you gotta protect these kids, man. Like I said, because you got some teachers and faculty who, like I said, if they not those type of people that slip through the cracks and they are sexually abusing the kids, they physically abusing them. You know, and that's the scariest thing too. When you got a teacher that's on that type of time too. Because sometimes they ain't gonna want to believe that the teacher is being the aggressor, and sometimes it be that way. Don't get that shit twisted. Carlos, you already know, bro. It's always love and respect over here, man. Like I was telling you though, bro, don't entertain nothing you don't need to entertain. You know, continue doing what's best for you, and that's it. You know, gotta be careful though. And again, for some of you parents who feel skeptical about things, if you feeling is that skeptical, oh shoot, hey Tanya, Hammer Nation, I ain't see you pop in. Hey, you know, if you feel it's something not right, or if you feel your kid is being honest about something and it's the story is still staying the same, follow your gut instincts and do your own investigation. And if you ain't going to do it, make sure you get a private investigator or something along those lines to make sure everything is going copacetic in the school. I feel like no kid should be manhandled by any teacher neither, unless they are defending themselves. Because we know, like I said, there's always a mixed bag. You have some kids who think that they are really big and bad and they could beat everybody and they will try to attack adults. But for those who don't attack, or for those who might have had a mishap because of, not having the proper meds with them when they were supposed to have it, or just by them not being where they supposed to be at, like they supposed to have a para or however they called it back in the day. You're supposed to have a para that's watching over you, especially if you're putting some of these kids in regular ed classes. Supposed to have somebody monitoring to make sure they good, even if they take meds or not. Like I said, everything got to be revamped inside out. Healthcare, school, all of that shit. Even how to protect the people that need protected. That got to be revamped from the inside out. Jay Quill, salute, bro. That's something to think about. Just like I said, some of you parents are going to have to do that. Go back to the old ways of doing shit. If you feel something is out of pocket with your kids as far as school is concerned, go double check. You know, sometimes if you do that, you'll get a clear indentation. Because I just remember seeing some parents coming up thinking that you know, they wasn't sure of what was what because these people never presented signs at home of just wilding out. And then they came up to the school and realized, oh, my kid is a little badass. Okay, I know what to do now. And then vice versa. I think my kid is doing whatever. And then come to find out, you come there, your kid is actually doing what they supposed to be doing, sitting there, paying attention, learning, and they getting picked with and harassed. So that's why your parents have to do that. Go back to that, you know? Yeah, because see, and that's the truth, Tanya. I'm gonna be honest with you. So many of those is happening because let's keep it real. When you got kids who are not being protected, not just at home, but when they come to school, they not being protected. They attend to lash out because all of that does, it plays into effect. You were fucking with somebody psyche way before time. And like I said, at a young age, the kids should know nothing about stress at a young age. Only way they should know about stress is if they got them a little part-time job and they trying to balance school. That's the only time they should be like, this is stressful. How do you do this? Other than that, shouldn't be no stresses on them, you know? Like I said, and some people fail to realize, yeah, you do have people that slip through the cracks, not just through the justice system, but even in the school system. You'll never know who's who until you actually really sit down. Yeah, you can have a meeting with the teachers here and there, but then you're gonna have times when you're just gonna have to fucking go and double check and see what's going on in the school. Because if you don't, sometimes that could be a incident that sparks a outrage. You know, nah, see, that's a whole fact, Quill. Like some people used to do that. Not saying they sit there all day with their kid, but just at least sit in a class or two and be like, let me make sure all right, I see ain't nothing crazy, you know. At least make sure, especially if it's their first day of school, yeah, you're gonna sit with your kid for a minute. just to get the whole environment, just to get the observation to see what's what, you know. And sometimes it might not present a clear and present danger right there, but at some point it does, you know. That's why you always got to make sure from time to time you periodically check in on your kids in the schools to make sure everything is going accordingly. Again, you don't want to think that your kid is the most precious and innocent thing, and then you come to find out he the class clown or the super thug in the school, causing trouble. You know, because sometimes parents ain't gonna believe certain shit when they get a call. You know, especially if it sounds too far fetched. But then again, you know, like I said, it's just best to always go check in on your kids, regardless of what's going on. And if you got a kid that has any type of psychological issues to where they have to take pills or whatever just to keep maintaining or whatever for the day, definitely make sure they getting the proper care and that they're around the right people. That's it. Like I said, I heard a couple of unsavory things from a couple of people that I know on here, and I didn't like it. And I'm just like, yo, we gotta protect the kids at all costs, period. And that's even in school. We gotta protect them at all costs. Let these kids learn, get an education, do what they gotta do. You know, it's really about it. And so many kids lost in this generation to a degree now because yo, Jared, salute, bro. You know, there's so many kids that's lost in the sauce now because, like I said, some of them are lost only because they don't know which way is left and which way is right. Like some of them are really like in a fucked up position. Like, damn, I'm not being protected at home. I'm not being protected at school. So what the fuck do I do? Speak your clout. Salute, bro. Hey, Queen Onyx, blessings. Glad y'all tuned in. It's the truth. Got to protect the kids at all costs, even in school. You know, because I feel like that's where they mostly be targeted at. You can't target your kids from home unless they brainwashed by whatever it is they brainwashed by. But when it comes to school, you gotta definitely have that protection on guard because that's why it's always good sometimes if you know somebody that do work. See, like my mom's, even if she didn't pop up, she knew people that worked in the schools that I was in. So it was nothing for me to be like, oh shit, I got an eye on me. I can't wild out today. I gotta, yeah, I can't say certain things because I know I ain't supposed to be saying it in the first place. But hey, it is, like I said, you gotta do that. You know, it does ensure some sort of safety for the kids, man. You probably have small cases where the kids are being abused on both ends in school, and that's traumatizing. And hence why some of this stuff happens too when it comes to these mass shootings. For all you know, you could have a kid that's being what can't even say molested at that statutory rape, basically. I'm gonna say it like that. Because it's crazy because some of the teachers that are doing the shit, you be like, nigga, really? Couldn't get nobody your age. Nobody. This is what we do here. So you got that going on. Plus, if you got a teacher that really don't like you, they going, I've been there, I've seen this. Some teachers really try to do any and everything to make sure you get in trouble just because they just don't like you. Like, man, listen, it's supposed to be a certain amount of professionalism. And if you can't deal with kids, if you can't deal with people in general, you shouldn't be in these type of fields. That's just how I look at it. And this is why I said everything needs to be revamped from the inside out. Even when it comes down to who do you hire as teachers, faculty members, and all this other shit. Because you got some people here, if they don't show a clear present danger right then and there, at some point they will. You know? And that's why I said it's important to definitely make sure you get back to the old, the old shit. Get back to it. You can't expect your kids to always have that protection, you know. if you ain't trying to make sure you got that protection, you know. And again, for some of y'all parents, if your kids is coming to you with stories that sounds believable and they have not changed up their story, take that into consideration and do your investigation as you should. Once you do that, that's when you'll determine what's what, you know. Like I said, these kids are supposed to be able to live life abundantly without some of the madness. You know, when they get older, then they will see what's what, you know, and what lies beneath. Yo, you already know squad. Salute, bro. You know, but all in all, you got to. Like I said, there's nothing funny about any type of abuse when it comes to the kids. Nothing. And like I said, you have some shootings that's happening. And like I said, right now, for all we know, even if it don't get televised, a shooting is going on because a kid is feeling the type of way. A kid is feeling the type of way because they probably done told their parents a story, telling them some truth about what's going on with either a teacher or a faculty member or whoever, even a principal. Nobody wants to believe them until it's too late, and then something does happen. You know, and these are the things that we face with. Again, you parents got to start making sure, even when you send your kids off to school, shit, even if it's college, make sure whatever college they go to, they straight. Check out the dorm room, check out all of that shit. Because, like I said, it's a lot of things that even happen in college. Again, these kids are not grown yet just because you might have graduated high school and stepped into your first year of college. No, you're still not grown. You're still a young adult. You still ain't old enough to buy liquor or do whatever yet. But yet and still, you're still a young adult learning to go into adulthood. And you gotta definitely be mindful of that. It'd be shit happening on the college campuses a lot of times. Gotta definitely make sure, even if it's not just a regular pop up, just make sure your kid is good. You know, yo, Quill, I don't even know, bro. It's a lot of stuff that I was asking. YouTube is letting you, they doing these little short videos and stuff like that. It's not even just that too. They're allowing you to say certain things on these shorts too. But when you present certain things in visual, they want to give you a hassle. Like one of my shorts, I had to put there as an 18 and over. I granted it wasn't something to be promoting, but you could promote somebody saying dick suck and some other shit in a 20-second short that's supposed to be a 15-20 second short that's supposed to be for kids and everybody else. And it's popping up on everybody's feed. So make that make sense. There's a lot of things. I'm telling you, bro. They want to promote the wrong things, but don't want to promote the right things. I can't say that any clearer, bro. We already know the situation. They won't troll you if you sitting there doing the videos like that, but they'll show you when you saying something that's meaningful and that's really supposed to be connecting to the people. That's the part I don't get. You know, Papa Will salute. Yeah, I already know it's the money. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute. It's always about something, and that's the problem. You want to promote the wrong shit with you want to promote the wrong shit, but you don't want to promote the right shit, and it's starting to get tiresome now. Really is. But then, like I said, they a lot of times y'all incriminating yourselves when you do crazy shit like that. You do. That's why I said, as an adult, some of y'all gonna have to start getting in tune, whether they your kids or not. You know, like I said, a community definitely has to come together for the kids. And these kids, most of these kids need protection from all angles. Some of them are gonna choose their own path regardless to how much dedication and time you try to give to them. I've seen this happen over the course of the time I've been here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on, I got y'all. Hold
Hey, hey Nate.
on.
Hey, like I live in Jersey, and I ain't never heard no mass shootings in Jersey that I know of. Who's that? Jay Quill.
Nah, that's Papa Will.
Hi, Papa Will. What's up, man? Yeah, but I live in Jersey, and I ain't never heard no mass shootings here in Jersey that I know of. You know, it's just
Yeah.
yeah. And right now, there's in Moscow, Idaho, they're still trying to find out who killed those 4 students. Everybody's scared to go back to college now.
Yeah,
After
because that's
this,
a traumatizing event. You supposed to be going.
yeah, but now you gotta watch your back every day, and you won't be the next victim.
Exactly.
Yeah, hi, Papa Will.
He always coming up here with that mute shit. Either that or he's sleeping. I still fuck with Papa Will though. No, but it is the truth though.
Yeah, because see, they're still right now. All the students in Idaho are back in college, but right now they're scared to death.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
Yeah, and they're
Hello
scared to death.
again.
Hello, hello, Papa Will.
Yeah, I always come up in here mute, man. That's something that
Yeah,
caught because I'll
hi,
come up.
Papa. Hi, Papa Will. What's up? How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm looking at
Yeah,
your avatar there. I don't recognize you. I
that's
recognize.
Nicki Minaj.
Is that who?
Yeah, let me go my funky. Let me
No, you
change.
can leave her up here, but no, I was just listening in what you
Yeah,
say.
but I live here in Jersey, and right now we don't have mass shootings that I know. I grew up in Jersey, so I don't know no mass shootings here. But like I said before, you, when we was growing up in the 70s, 80s, you didn't worry about nobody shooting you. You just went to school and did your thing, and that was it. Now this is a new world. Everybody's gotta go to drill training because you don't know if some nut's gonna go into the school and use you as target practice. You know, and that's ridiculous. And now in Moscow, Idaho, they still ain't found out who killed them 4 students. And I don't know what the solution is to that, but this is getting weird. So you know. You worry about not going to a grocery store, movie theater, concert without having somebody use you as target practice. And that's what the bottom line of it is.
You know,
And
I
that's a darn shame.
I say it's all of those people that are chumps that go around carrying guns, shooting people.
Yeah.
Chumps. That's a chump thing. Where I come
Oh,
from.
yeah.
I mean, I'm even older than you, Nicki Minaj. I forget Hammer. That's what you changed your
Yeah,
name
yeah.
to, right?
Yeah, Hammer Nation, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
56.
Hammer
I'm
Nation.
56.
I'm 68.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so where I come from, people didn't have no damn guns. Bullies would
My
bully
place
you,
is funky.
and you either fight them back,
Yeah,
or that was the biggest thing to do with bullies was
yeah.
fight them
That's
back,
what you did. Fight him, beat him
fight
up,
them
and do
and
what you
beat them
think.
up,
But you didn't have to use
and
no knife or gun to do it. But
yeah,
right
yeah,
now, the gun is the main thing.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Those
Yeah.
those those are chumps. I want to call them some bitch ass
Where?
fags.
Where?
That go
Where?
around shooting people.
I
Back
say
in the
where?
day, the only people had guns was bank robbers and people like that, the police. But now you got kids walking around with their pants sagging down to the goddamn knees, ain't even got on matching underwear, showing their ass, shooting people because they can't run away.
fact.
That's worse than doing drive-bys. How back in like the 80s and 90s, they're doing drive-bys and innocent people was getting killed. That's because the motherfuckers are too scared to pull over, get the fuck out the car, and walk up. You know, I had an idiot do that in a car I was in one time, man, in '73. He's sitting on the far side, I'm sitting on the near side, and then he just gonna lean over and start firing out the window at some people sitting on the porch as my cousin was driving by. Man, I wanted to backslap the shit out of him, but he had that gun in his hand, man. So I conspired to get him for at least another year and a half, man. Then somebody else killed him. I guess that spell I had wrapped around his forehead, kind of caught up with him. But that's kind of chumpish to me. I mean, Nate, I said this yesterday. the fact that you have to walk out your door and look to the right and the left to make sure you don't accidentally get killed by some punk with a gun, or somebody is really kind of having a fence with you and is walking towards you, you know, I said that like I ain't never had nobody stand in my house and point a gun at me. I tried to kill him and he ran away. He was too fast. I'm too old to be running after people, you know, pulling guns on me. And I had that happen to me twice in my whole life until I got here to Vegas. And since 2014 to 2020, 2 fools did that. You know, but them was the fools. But these other fools that be walking up shooting you, because see, I didn't know these dudes and I hadn't done nothing to them. But what's happening now is kids are getting bullied like that football player and coming back. And when the you know, bus full of people laughing at you, you know, doing whatever they did to them, I didn't even bother to read that article. And then you're just gonna come with a gun and you're just gonna shoot them. That's some TV behavior. That's watching too much goddamn television. Because in real life, man, you know, if you can't get along with people, you need to walk away. That's the bigger man thing, is walk away. Unless somebody touch you talking shit. Hey, where did Hammer go? I was talking
She coming back.
Okay.
No, she coming back. Yeah, you wouldn't notice because you ain't look at the damn screen, nigga. See, there you go.
See,
shut your mouth.
Yeah, you always make me look up in the gangster shit, man. You know, you get me talking to gangster shit. I be looking all out at, you know, like, you know, I live up on the 3rd floor of a high-rise building, and I can look out and see all of North Las Vegas. To take my mind off of what I'm really trying to say is, I don't think anybody that would use a gun to get even with me, that's taking somebody's life, man.
Facts. You can't get that shit back. I keep telling people that shit. Hold on. For those who just tuned in, hit the like button. You're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And peace and blessings to everybody that pulled up today in the chat. Oh yeah, in Cuba, smoking some pink runts again. Shit fire. This shit fresh. This shit touched my soul. That shit is pumping me up.
What you had already. I tell you about you young people, boy, y'all don't have no respect for a bag of weed. God damn it.
Yes, I do. You fucked up. I remember a nigga before with the good weed. Niggas, Reggie was the good weed, nigga. Reggie came from Arizona.
Yeah. Once upon a time, Reggie was the good weed. You know.
Facts. Old head salute.
But I got spoiled in Northern Cal, man, because I'm from the weed era there, and I helped. I smuggled a whole lot of seeds back here from Panama, not thinking about the fact that Panama Red was indica also, but that shit had a different kind of twist to it. This shit I be smoking right now, man, remind me of eating cereal, and I don't even like cereal.
You must have got the cereal milk. You must have got that cereal milk there.
I got the potted milk in the cereal with the concentrated sugar. Bullshit. You know, and my guy, my Jewish cousin, he the first time I ever told him that he laughed because, you know, he one of them people that don't realize that the original Jew was black.
Oh, I'm sorry about that there, Nate. My wife, I don't know what happened. Sorry.
No, you good. I kind of figured it was son. Listen, you had me scared. I thought I accidentally clicked you out by mistake because I was my phone.
That's why I was asking to make sure Nate hadn't kicked you out the show or something accidentally. Like I did. I kicked him out the chat accidentally. I'm still trying to apologize. Hey, matter of fact, I am up here on your panel with you live. Hey, Nate, you know, you probably don't even remember no more because it was so long ago. But, man, I really never figured out how.
That was a couple days ago. I remember everything, Papa Will. That was a couple days ago. I'd have left you inside your forehead. I don't care.
No, man.
I kind of figured that, though.
I'm serious, man. Because I was back in the back. You know me, man. I was in the back playing with the buttons and shit. And then I look over and I'm like, how Nate gonna be out for 5 minutes? What the fuck does that mean? And that then I come over in the chat to see who did that. And then I call myself putting you back in the chat. And I messed around and pressed the button that that put you all the way out. I'm like, oh man, okay, fuck all that shit, man.
Where you
Never
from,
gonna match
Uncle
that.
Will?
Huh?
Where you from?
Well, I live in Las Vegas, if that's what you mean, but I'm
Yeah,
from.
that's where you had your mass shooting there.
Yeah, man. I made a video out of that shit, man.
Yeah.
When our
it's just ridiculous because, like I said, I live here in Jersey. I ain't had no mass shootings or school mass shootings, in here we've had postal people go on postal back then, but like I said before, it's like that Uvalde shooting. Those cops didn't do that diddly squat for all those kids that got killed and they got resigned, and they, you know what? That's a shame. Parkland, Columbine 90s, and that's what started it. And you know what? It's going to come down to the parents are going to take their kids out of school and teach them at home. That's what it's coming down to now. Yep. But back in the 70s, they didn't worry about that stuff. We was like breakdancing was like that. The only thing you said all it was breakdancing. You didn't have to tell about shooting nobody or stabbing nobody. Dad.
Yeah, but so you gotta look. Things have changed over the years. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Some of it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Even that's why I brought up this topic tonight about protecting the kids at all costs, even when it comes down to schools, because you gotta look at it. Drugs played a factor in it. Drugs did play a factor into it. You can't say that again.
Mental illness.
No. It's not mental illness when you plaguing your community and some of your schools with drugs. Hence why some of those movies was made, like The Principal and Lean on Me and shit, because it was shit like that was actually going on in the school.
We need more Joe Clarks in the world right now.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, that's why I said at some points, even when it comes to the schools, they got to be revamped from the inside out, because some of these schools are allowing the simplest things to happen. Like no adult teacher or whatever faculty member should be having any type of sexual relations or even abusing a child, period. I don't give a fuck.
Remember Mary Kay Letourneau? I remember when that hit the fan, and the judge told Mary Kay Letourneau to stay away from this boy. But did she stay away from him? Nope.
Hey, Dee.
And she got pregnant by him too.
Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying. Some of these adults, this is why you got to be able to go from the inside out, because you got to be able to hire people. So if you are a school district, you are supposed to be making sure your employees pass every single test imaginable, or not even that. Sometimes you just got to make sure these people ain't on that type of time. If you see somebody looking kind of weird, nigga, I wouldn't even want you as a janitor, because you could mess around and do some shit.
That's a mistake my school made, Nate. I told you the story, Mr. Pepe. He was an English teacher, and we didn't know he was involved in no child pornography ring. Dad, this was back in the 80s, you know? And it was all over the front page of the newspaper. They fired him, but he's probably long since been dead. But you know, it's just a doggone shame that this is a new world we're living in now. And I don't know, you know what? It's all political in the teachers. They'll have teacher shortages. That's why we have teacher shortages and everything else, because everything started because of this COVID, and now everything's just going to pot right now. You know?
Hey, don't be knocking pot. I got pot in my mouth right now. What do you mean pot? What did pot do? What did pot have to do with any of this?
Well, we got dispensaries now. We're legal here for marijuana in New Jersey. Yeah,
no, you gotta respect.
I had to come up here to say what I had to say, because this is getting ridiculous. I don't want to see no more mass shootings, but we're going to have more mass shootings. And everybody's going to have their head in the sand.
Yeah, but see, a lot of that could be changed. Hey, RC blessings. A lot of that could be changed. And that's why I said you have to revamp a lot of things from the inside out. See, I'm going to be honest with you, Tanya. I'm one of those people that despite whatever, I don't really give up on too much of shit, especially if I'm passionate about it. And that part right there, I'm passionate about. Like, there needs to be revamping when it comes to everything, school-wise, healthcare, all that shit. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, and I like that about you, Nate. I really do. But you know what? It's like if you know what, I don't want you running for no political group because they're going to tear your butt inside out. That's why the politicians are involved with the NRA. There's going to be more mass shootings. Everybody's going to have their head in the sand, and nobody's not going to do nothing because everybody's afraid about taking their guns away. That's what it is. The right to bear arms. That's the one thing that we can't seem to get a grip on. Every time there's another mass shooting or anything like that, everybody has their head in the sand.
Yeah.
You know what? Back in the 70s and 80s, if you had to solve it, all you did was rap or breakdance. We don't have rap or breakdance no more.
There's a lot of things changed. That's why it ain't gonna happen like that, sis. But see, no, even when it wasn't that, when you couldn't settle disputes in a way that it wasn't going to get violent, when you had to get violent, you still threw the hands. Whether you won, lost, or draw, you still went out fighting.
Just get them up, punch them, fight them with your fists, and that's it. And people used to get the brass knuckles. Remember the brass knuckles back in the day? You know? Yeah, people used to do that, break bottles or whatever it is. But I'm just saying right now, Nate, this is a different world. I wish we could go back to the 70s and 80s, but right now we can't go back to that. This is a different world with a different mindset than we did back then. Yeah, I'm getting too old for this. In the words of the guy from the Lethal Weapon, I'm getting too old for this shit. Sorry.
Hey, that's what I say too. You know,
thank you.
We're just a different breed of people since, you know, the 50s, 60s, and 70s that we're still functional type people. You know, because when I think about it, I think people like my age, they don't talk to people like y'all. Why? Because they're stuck with their heads up their ass of some people that grew up older than them. You know, they grew up with that. System.
You know what? I know I'm getting too old for this. This is gonna be up to the next generation, this new generation. You gotta take care of it. My generation's done. I already did my part. I retired, you know. But right now, this is a new mindset, a new world, you know. But like I said before, and I'll say it again, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Well, during the 21st century, we just got to stay in our lane. We got to know the clear path.
Right now. I'm not going.
Stay in our lane because you know I ain't actually myself. I'm not actually running up and down the streets trying to have somebody that's my son's age, and my son is 43, and I don't want nobody 38 walking up to me talking shit to me. Like, dude, where's your parents? Go get your daddy. Go get your granddaddy. Go get your granddaddy and bring him back here with you.
It's just me, myself, and I. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're you know what? You know that song, Self-Destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's coming down to. The self-destruction is here. And we try to do when we did that back in the 80s. Everybody said everybody's out bugging, you know. What you got a gun for? When you go into the club, you only one guy to do it. What you got a gun for? You know? You know? That should bring that back. Get all the rappers to do another self-destruction album. We did that, and we're all in the same game. But we're not in the same game now. This is a different mindset.
Yeah. See, when you say that, you remind me of my 1980s history in living in the Bay Area, because that's where I lived for 35 years, and I created the hip hop culture there. You know, all that different gang shit, gang this, fight that, gun this. Yeah. Every rapper you knew had something about killing people.
NWA, Public Enemy. Public Enemy was more political than anything else.
No, I'm talking about local kids, people I know. Rappers you never heard of. But if you come to my show, Nate can tell you. You come to my show, all during my show, that's what I play is people I know that didn't ever kill nobody, didn't wind up in prison, didn't die from overdoses of drugs, didn't get locked up for life for selling drugs. They made it, and those people are still free. and there's thousands of them that I helped that way in the Bay Area. That's what I'm famous for. I ain't nobody out here in Vegas because I'm retired. I changed lanes when I came out here. I got hoodwinkled and bamboozled, and fucking Plymouth Rock landed on top of my head, making the fucking mistake of coming out here to this ragged ass Las Vegas. Y'all have to excuse my temper about something. I ain't been feeling too well here lately.
I hope you feel better.
Nigga, smoke some damn weed, man. You be alright,
I
man.
am. This shit's stuck in my lip right now. All these little weed hairs keep getting on the inside of my lip. Every time I take a hit, I gotta pick this shit out of my mouth. You talking about some swag weed? That's all we wanted to do back in the day. With that swag weed, that's swag.
This was a good conversation, and I thank both of y'all for being a part of Hammer Nation. That's why I try to do the old school stuff and try to do different topics. But I just like to say this. I hope you feel better, Papa, you know? And like I said before, well, I hope we're not headed for self-destruction, but it looks like we're headed for self-destruction. If we don't stop this now, we're going to be extinct. That's what it is.
Well, that's just like with World War III. You know, they start firing off nuclear bombs back in, like 1968. We'd all been gone already.
I was still a baby at that time, so I was born in '66, so.
Okay. I won't talk no older than 70 to you. How about that? 70s? So good.
I was still, I grew 80s,
up. 80s. In 1983, somebody had figured out that if you washed pure cocaine with baking soda and dried it out with cold water correctly, you could bring it back and it would smoke better than back in the days of, when they was doing that other form where they put this shit in alcohol and let it dry out on your table and you fan it. Freebase, yeah.
That was Grandmaster Flash, White Lines. Thank you. White Lines, Freebase. I've heard that song before.
Yeah, that is a cool song. I bet we could get White Lines. White Lines.
Yeah. And when I heard that song, I thought it was a really good song, but I didn't know the meaning behind it. It was about one of them got involved in drugs, and he said, "I'm going to do this song called White Lines." Yeah.
Well, to me, White Lines would have still been just snorting, because because that's what I remember it being the period timepiece for was for snorting.
Now, cops get you for having one roach in your car.
Back in those days, I got violated. I just got out of jail for beating a cocaine charge.
And he died. And I met him. I threw him in high school, and all through the years I still did. And I figure, what, something's got to be done about this new generation. But right now, my generation is come and gone.
Really gone.
State of affairs.
Not really gone.
Wait, I gotta interject and disagree with you. It's the first time you ever heard me disagree with you on anything. It's not that it's gone, no, because it's still reminiscences of every generational time era. And everything that's going on right now is a repeated door. It's a repeated cycle. If you want to protect it.
Yeah.
Some of the fashion that was outdated is starting to come back. I just started seeing people wearing the jumpers again, the one pieces, the what you want to call them, the mechanic suit shits like that. The one piece. Yeah, I'm telling you, a lot of things are coming back full front. It's not
remember that the jeans you had was Gloria Vanderbilt, Calvin Klein, and Jordache, and Levi's, and the candy shoes. I grew up on that part of there.
Guess what? You still got Jordache jeans somewhere in the fucking vicinity. So, like I said, there are reminiscences everywhere from every time era. Like I said, everything comes back full circle. The main thing when it comes down to the.
I'm going to support you 100%, Nate, of what you're doing, and I really do. But
hey, y'all tell me,
it's going to be a tough road to hoe. That's all I have to say about it. But I'm wishing you the best of luck. I support you 100%. And I'm glad you're part of Hammer Nation. I'm glad Papa's a part of Hammer Nation, I guess. I guess he is. But I'm just trying to tell you right now, it's gonna be It's just I don't know what the solution is. We gotta have some simple-minded people doing simple-minded stuff. Just do one thing at a time, and maybe some things will come out of it. I wish you the best of luck, Nate. I really do.
Hey, tell me if y'all can hear this song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you trying to give me a copyright claim already?
No, this is on my channel. I mean, this ain't in your show. This ain't in your show.
Yes, it is part of my show. You on my panel, fool?
Uh-oh, you got him mad now, Papa Will.
No, he just likes talking to me with some of the words he
No, I'm trying not to choose violence today, and part of me feel like you making me choose violence today. Hey, look at my face, Papa Will. Look at my face.
I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
No, where you going?
All right, Tanya, you have a good one.
All right.
Yeah, I support you 100% there, Nate. You keep fighting a good fight, man.
I appreciate you, sis. I ain't got no choice right now.
In the words of the guy from Lethal Weapon, I don't want to get too old for this mess, but I'm still. Thank you.
Peaches. Oh, man. Shout out to Tanya Hammer Nation. Oh, yeah, if y'all haven't done so by now, drop them links in the chat. Show each other some love. Hey, blessings, Molly and Coach Sterling. I know you was somewhere shadow watching. Shadow hugger. No, nah, it's still all good. But it is truth, though. You got to definitely revamp a lot of shit from the inside out. And I feel when it comes down to the school, you're supposed to be making sure you have the right qualified people that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. You don't want to have to take that chance at some point. And like I said, you got somebody slipping through the cracks. And now they could either be a potential predator or a potential serial abuser. That is the truth, though. That's why I said, I got the Jews' blessings. Glad you, Tehran, salute. Glad all y'all tuned in. But that is something that needs to be, revamped. You can't have a decent school if you find out that you can't have a good school if you know your principal is possibly a predator. Can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
If he ain't a predator, he's a potential child molester. You can't have that shit. Nah, you gotta really watch out. And that speaks volumes a lot of times. Gotta stop really, like I said, sometimes you're gonna have to go up to these schools and these different spots and just to careful observation. And if you see something that's unsavory, regardless of what, you're still supposed to say something. I don't care if you're a civilian or you a gangster. Your kids is in school, guess what? Your kid could be the prey. Your kid could be the prey. And then what you gonna do then? And I'm just speaking on all aspects. If you are a parent, doesn't matter what side of the tracks you from. You gotta always make sure your kid is protected. Because then guess what? They start losing the trust value. Oh, another thing. I seen something that kind of threw me off. And I'm still trying to figure out if that was a prank or that was a real life situation. So apparently I scrolled through something today. It was on one of these YouTube shorts. It said my mom gave my brother an eviction letter for his 18th birthday. I don't know if that was a real prank or if that was actual factuals, but he did snap in that house. Then it said something about she had to call the cops to get him off the property. I'm like, what kind of shit is that? If that's how you're supposed to be insinuating that, okay, you 18, it's time for you to be a grown man when you know they barely got a job, barely got a place to live, all that other shit. Where the fuck are they really supposed to go? Seriously? Now I'm just speaking from this aspect, especially those who might not be going to college. That's just like if they do want to try to do whatever, you can't just kick your fucking child out. And you really served them an eviction notice as a birthday gift. That shit crazy. I don't know. That's why I said it is. Kids got to be protected, man. You can't choose your family, but you should be able to at least choose them having some sort of safety and comfort. If the family ain't fucking safe, you know, like come on, right? And that's the sad part. Like I said, this is something to really think about. Like I said, we always gonna have our little in betweens, whatever. But when it comes to the serious topics, yeah, that shit need to be brought up. You know, like I said, you have some teachers who really just don't like dealing with kids at all. But my thing is, you chose to fucking get into the field. Well, it's because of the money aspect of it. You know, because like I said, if you know you're not good with people, you shouldn't be taking these type of jobs. That's like you working in the bank and you know you don't want to have to deal with customers all day. Like, come on. Even if you a bank teller, you still gotta deal with people that's coming to the register and all that shit. So like, come on. You ain't trying to really do your job, then don't fucking do the job. Just give it to somebody who might be able to do the job. It definitely gotta be a change because, like I said, kids are supposed to feel safe at school at least. You know, no adult period. I don't give a fuck what profession you working in should be dealing with no youngins at all, on no type of level. Unless it's a professional level, like you're supposed to be dealing with them all. If you're a gym teacher, you're supposed to just show them the instructions on what they need to do and what they should and shouldn't do in certain sports. That's it. You know? Exactly. I mean, it's not real lucrative. Sorry, it's not. That's like working at a public library. It's not lucrative. It's decent. It pays the bills. And honestly, some of these people don't get what they really deserve because that is a hard thing to do. You got to teach kids on all levels depending on what you're teaching. Sometimes you might not even be an elementary school teacher. You could be a high school or college professor, depending on what it is you're doing. But still, gotta fucking teach a whole collective full of kids who have different needs and different intentions when it comes to learning. So that's not easy. You got to keep coming up with different curriculums to keep their mind knowledgeable and sharp and motivated, et cetera, et cetera. And then you still got to follow some sort of guideline and protocol while you're doing your job. So I feel they should be, at least for those especially who are passionate about making sure the kids learn something, they deserve some fucking better money than what they get. But, you know, it is what it is. I can't say nothing much, but because it's not really lucrative. It's not. Just I don't know, man. It's just that's how I look at it. It has to start somewhere. And if you get the right people, and see that's the thing, when you do got the right people in these type of positions, they ain't gonna let everybody come up and say, you know what, y'all right. This is how we should do this. They might have one come out because they know that one person at some point is going to get manipulated. Yo, I get where you're going with this, man, but I think if you just, it always seem to be like that at some point. You ain't gonna keep two people that's really gonna be on the upright with it, because you know your shit ain't gonna work. I'm trying to see if I can get him to, nigga. Nah, we ain't trying to hear that. Nah, I'm not being funny. I think that's the reason why some of them teachers be stressed out too, and they do the shit they do. I ain't getting no real money. Yeah, something gonna have to give. I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm gonna be a disgruntled employee. Nah, I mean, because I feel like this, Pop. Not to be funny. For you to be a teacher, it doesn't matter what it is. I feel like you should get paid what you are deserved to get paid. I mean, because technically you gotta look at it. Yeah, even during the summer, you still gotta have a whole bunch of stuff set up for the following school year. Number one, you might not have the same people in the same classes. You might have different people, new people that you got to like. You know, it's a lot to think about.
Yeah, and if a person, and you ain't just talking about school teachers or something, man. You're talking about middle management in job areas that could lead to following them, and by the time they retire, you'll move right into what they were doing, and you would be right behind them in retiring, and not having to worry about money no more, and still be youthful. Still be like 40 years old or some shit. It's like in the military. If you join it in the military when you're 18 and you do 20 years, you'd only be 38 years old when you got out, fully vested with the U.S. government. Do whatever the fuck you want to for life, Just you got old enough to get Social Security and get old enough to get your Social Security. Or you could be like me, you could get hurt while you're in there and then have it mature, 40 years later after you've been out, and just, avoid the hijack of your disability. That's me. That's the art of me out here. I've done shit that makes it still possible for me to be still alive and still be acting, be looking out this window in northern Las Vegas, place, millions want to come to, and billions ain't never heard of the place, But, it's just being alive, because right out this window, it's like if there was some kind of association of me and being in a secret location that about 600 yards out from my window, there was suspected crimes being committed, and I was part of the committee to be in this hijack position as a sniper, recording activity over there. But it ain't that bad, Nate. Life ain't that bad, is it? You can got nothing running up on you, taking you out, and that's what you got to live on, man. Because like politics, it don't matter who's in office, who's doing what. You're gonna get your life regardless what the fuck all that's supposed to mean. You done lived your life. One day you realized that you was alive and you succeeded to be here tonight, and I want to salute you for that, man. You and all your friends. I got the Jews, Tanya, Scorpio Lady. Throw your hands up for Nate the Great. And if you haven't hit that like button, wonder why. It's okay to hit that like button to sit in the bushes, that's what I'm doing. I hit that like button and I'm just sitting here with Nate, sitting in the bushes talking shit like I always do, huh, Nate?
D-Truth, salute. You still light skinned though, brother. You see how I use colorism right there? Oh.
Yep. I'm melanated. Shit, I'm a swarty for real. Why you think
I don't know. You're looking kind of yellow today, Papa. I think it's you ain't smoked that green weed. It's all right. See, you guys see how you colorism right there? Oh man. See, you about to turn purple. Look at you about to turn purple on it. Look.
You can't use that one, because just a little bit of this shit at my age, dude. Yeah. At my age, just remember my age when you're approaching my age, and see how much weed you smoking then, okay?
I'll probably still gonna be doing the same thing.
Just imagine by the time you get that age, how much weed you will have done smoked. By the time you get to that age to where somebody's saying to you, man, the shit you smoking ain't good enough, man. You need to light up again, man. What's up, D2? I'm trying to find some new icons to use in my text over here, because you look like you got a bunch of dedicated mods out there, man, to be killing. It's somehow the idea of coming over and sex bombing your show, or even dropping links, to go to sex websites.
Yeah. Oh, somebody tried to come in here and got sniped. They be all right.
I'm saying you don't see that over here no more. You're between you and us, man, that shit's been eliminated. I'm just noticing there ain't none, is what I'm saying.
Oh no, I'm not.
Salute.
I'll be getting rid of that shit. Like I peeped. No, last night they tried it, and I got the motherfuckers to fuck up out of here quick.
Mm-hmm.
I actually know something. My fault. I don't know who did it last night. They immediately sniped them out of there because I was getting ready to snipe them myself because it just popped up on my end a little bit slow. I said, "What the fuck? They trying to come in here with the book?" But I see somebody had already got him, and I appreciate whoever did that last night, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. See, that's the fun of doing this shit. That's why I talk about this shit so much. Man. I'm one of them egghead, really smart kids that was always doing shit, and not getting caught for it. Like I got caught with a roach in my sock in a car with a dude facing the wrong way, playing this loud ass rock and roll music. The same night I just got out of county jail in another county. Now, just imagine. What if I was that guy you was talking about yesterday that you couldn't tell, but had all this murder under his heart? Because I was watching some shit today, man. The same thing came up now as was said when I in '65 when they were talking about the 40s and 50s and shit when they was finding dead bodies, and then here in the '60s they was finally finding the person that was guilty of it, and that for like 40, 50 years. Motherfucker escaped being a murderer, a sex murderer.
Yeah. Oh shit, my fault. My brother just stepped in there, yo. The word salute, bro. You already know. Appreciate you tapping in. Shout outs to the replay game. I already know about y'all. Nah, but like I said, and that could be happening too. That's why I said you gotta be mindful. Like even in schools, that shit is happening. Like I was talking about the situation with the lady finding out her husband of 14 years had that camera in that bathroom installed the way he was. That shit is happening in school too, because you'd be surprised. We're gonna have multiple incidents where these motherfuckers is putting cameras in restrooms and shower areas, all that shit. Man, shit is a real spooky ass world for real. You gotta be. It's getting back to that. Like you gotta be mindful on all areas. That's why I said as parents, even in schools, you gotta come back sometimes here and there just to double check, be sure, because you don't know what the hell is going on right now. For all you know, your kid could be getting recorded and getting looked at. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be mindful of that. And don't worry, Scorpio lady, I got you, baby. Yeah, that's why I said it is. It really makes you think though. Like you be like, damn, when your kids are supposed to be safe, it ain't safe. And then it's like y'all not really trying to. Some parents really just trying to overlook shit. Fuck out of here. If I ever have kids and my kids go to school, if they even get sent to school, because I don't know how the fuck I might feel about it. Shit, you think a nigga won't be up every so often? I'm gonna be up every so often. I don't give a fuck if I'm in Shanghai, wherever. Yo, I'll be back. Yo, where you going? Or check on my kid real quick. I'll be back. Not playing around with that shit. We make sure my kid ain't going through nothing because I don't want to have to bust nobody to white me. Like he playing to come to mom. Like
it's cool you think that way, man, because that's genuine. That you could be over here on this side and forecasting you being successfully of what you just said over on the far side when it happens to you. When you get that opportunity to see or ensure that union is there between you and your children.
Facts. That shit's, man, listen, that should be the first priority of any parent, regardless to what. If you got to stand on that, crash out for your kids to a degree, do so. Especially when it comes to that, because like I said, no, Juice, I was saying, like, I think you was in here yesterday when I was talking about the situation. A lady of 14 years found out her husband had a camera and a light fixture, and it was so smooth, nobody noticed that. That's why I'm like, so everybody was basically being watched, including himself, which didn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know. And then, like I said, it can be happening in school. You got people that put cameras in the weirdest places and be trying to catch shit. And then sometimes in the same tokens catch the wrong shit. That's what I'm saying. It's an area where almost everything got to be recorded. No, certain things don't need to be recorded. It was a time where it was a little bit of privacy. That shit ain't so private no more. And if it's going to be open, it's going to be out in the open. It need to be out in the open about predatory behavior and so on and so forth. Other than that, everything else we don't need to see. We don't want to see it. Like, it's just that simple. Yeah, realize I was dead ass to the white meat show, all the way. On the way to the white meat. That's how it's supposed to be. There's no way you're going to tell me it's not going on in schools like that. Yeah, too much creepy shit going on. That's what I'm saying. Too much predatory ass things happening too. And then if it's not that, a predator don't even gotta necessarily be on that type of time. A predator is somebody too that's just you trying to abuse or trying to suck the life out of people who are probably having a better life than you. It's not nobody's fault that you don't want to get the help you need. Or it's not anybody else's fault that your life is not where it should be. And if you feel it should be somewhere, it shouldn't have to come at the cost or the expense at somebody. You should just figure out a way to do it. And if you can't do it, just isolate yourself until you know how to do it. You preying on people's downfalls, or you preying on a psyche. That's not cool, because then that messes them up. Some people ain't gonna be mentally strong enough to recuperate from certain shit you do. Whether they're young or they of a certain age. Once you done mentally and physically harm somebody, you don't know how the repercussions could turn out for. You know that person could snap. Now that person then turned around and then let off some hate and anger towards people that didn't even deserve it. That's what I'm saying. Gotta be mindful and take heed to everything you're looking at, man. Oh shoot. And see right there, that's how it's supposed to be. There ain't no peace talks when it comes to the babies, man. Not at all. You're supposed to stand on that. And I seen some parents that really stood on it, because it's like, there's no way you're going to tell me. And that's why I said a lot of these schools need to be revamped from the inside out. You know, there's too much shit going on, man. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. You know, you gotta definitely peep the aspects. Again, some of you parents are gonna have to start checking all your schools that your kids attend. You're gonna have to, because you don't know what could be happening. And even if your child ain't aware of it, you should be aware of it. So this way you know how to prevent certain shit from happening. Like I said, everybody need to keep a watchful eye on certain things. That's it. And your surroundings should be one of them. And your kids' surroundings should be one of them. Like when I was saying the other day, and I know it's going a little on topic, like what I said about the little kids that was trying to hop the fence on my near my job. I know you're local. I know y'all local kids, but I'm just laughing because, like I said, parents need to be aware of what your kids are doing, because if your kids is outside on the night that is freezing outside, ain't nobody outside. You mean to tell me they outside and they ain't doing shit? You don't even know what they doing? For all you know, one of them could have got hurt. And it didn't have to be by me. But you could have had one of them that just got hurt just for running around and saying that word right there. And you ain't even of this complexion. So it just goes to show you got to make sure your kids is good on all aspects. I don't know. I said I wasn't going to be up here all night neither. I just wanted to get that out, because I wanted to get part of that out from last night. At the end of the day, you still got to protect the kids at all costs. Rather just in the streets, rather it's in the schools, whatever. you gotta make sure they doing the right things too. Sometimes you can't always take word. Sometimes you gotta do your own investigation. You know? Oh man, well, this was a good topic. I always like to break certain things down anyway. Like this is one topic that could always be broken down multiple times because until the changes are made, it's always going to be a problem, and that's something that you can't overlook. Hey, Rachel, blessings. Glad you tuned in. You know. Oh, you going to sleep? Oh, well, you have a good night too, sis. You already know. You know. No, because this is a good topic. Like I said, man, anybody else want to hit the panel is open. Because, like I said, it's always good to hear different views and opinions. Because, like I said, those different views and opinions might eventually shape the course of how things can be changed. And you might be able to get the right people in there. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, it's a slippery slope, and it's kind of a scary mountain to climb. But at some point, you're gonna have to climb it because you want certain changes to go the way you want it to go. You're gonna have to visualize it, and sometimes you're just gonna have to pop up randomly to make sure everything is good in your kid's school, especially if you're sending them to school. You know, and for those who don't and decide to want to do homeschooling, you still got to make sure your kid is in school as far as home, reading those books, taking those notes. Even if you got to quiz them, you're supposed to be the teacher, right? So that's what you're supposed to do, period. Ain't no take no days off. No, if you want to homeschool your kids, you want to have to do that all around towards the summertime. Get your little break, yeah, but then when September come back, yeah, get them back in here. Well, at least that's in New York City. I know everybody else go back to school different times. Some go back in August. Some go back in fucking July. I don't know how to, man. I don't know, but like I said, however you gonna do it, even if you want to homeschool them, make sure there ain't no days off with that.
Mhm.
And if you don't, trust me, it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. And like some parents, like I said, don't take the kids out of school if you ain't gonna do what you want to do. It defeats the purpose.
Mhm.
But I wasn't gonna keep y'all all night. I was gonna go earlier, but I had company pop up. I was trying not to elbow drop nobody, but it happens. But this probably be this probably be something for, I don't know. I think Friday I'm trying to do Club Nate. So matter of fact, yeah, Friday night we doing Club Nate. Tomorrow night is open mic poetry and music. You already know what it is. Um, if I don't do that topic Friday after or during the music, you know what? That topic I'll probably do that this weekend. I have a part two to revamp in the schools too. Safety in the schools is definitely a must. You know. Yeah, I know, sis. That's what I'm saying. But you doing the right thing. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have some parents that if you feel that's what you gotta do, then do it. But make sure you are on it because you still gotta follow a curriculum. If you want your kid to succeed, you're gonna have to follow that curriculum. What I'll definitely, I'll definitely do this topic again Saturday too. Tomorrow's open night, music and poetry, and Friday just gonna be a chill day. You already know Club Nate gonna turn up. I was giving y'all a couple days for part 7 because some of y'all need to recuperate. Yeah, including you. You had to recuperate too. I know. D Truth had to recuperate his. Yeah, as long as everybody had fun, that was the most important thing.
Yeah, man, I kind of overdid it last week, man. I've been feeling kind of nauseous, and my will and my power have been feeling like they've been in timeout, like I got an allergy, being strong and hardcore or something. Like the elements are switching on me. Are we adding up to a new? Yeah, we didn't fully went into a whole nother astrology sign now, haven't we?
Yeah, I think I wasn't really following signs. It was just festive activities.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, baby Pablo. Yes. No, but see, like that topic, I'll definitely do a part 2. So it's gonna be Saturday though. I already got what I planned for Thursday and Friday, and I ain't changing it. So.
Well, that's good for me because I'm sure you see I got a show posted for Saturday, and I would like to see all of us over there in there, help me get that watch hour time, since I'm automatically keyed up to Rumble now for getting monetized for my content and my shows now.
No doubt, no doubt. I didn't even get one. I'm gonna check again though. I didn't see a thumbnail for Saturday, but I'm gonna check again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be getting certain notifications, and then I just don't, and I'll be like, "What the fuck is going on here? Let me double check something."
Yeah, that's what I keep saying about your account. That's just for me though. What I'm saying is, but I be finding you. See, I find you right, but like when your notification bell is set on all, that means over on the left side of your channel, you should get that online symbol, right? But
Yep.
But
sometimes you don't get it.
Sometimes I don't. But then I can go over in the catalog of live shows, where the show, like, well, according to you watching this, you probably would like this, and this, and your boy Nate the Great was in on this one, and he's live right now on this one. And 2 days ago he did that one, and there I find you in there,
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get on you. I had to get on these people yesterday, man. They kicked me all the way back to a brand new sign on and shit. I said, what Nate done did now? They can tell when I'm over talking to you, right?
Man, I'm not listening to nothing right now. Speak your mind, Brother Noomski.
That's why I always talk to you in code. I know it sounds crazy to you sometimes, but
No, it don't. It don't. I just don't be paying no attention, even if it's people that's in real time.
Yep. That's the best thing to do is leave that fucking shit alone. Let it just be rolled up in the show. But that's why you have somebody like me up in here, with you, with all this, real live talk that ain't no lies. We got friends, man. We got people saying thanks, Nate.
Yeah. Nah, because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm saying, like, these are topics that you're supposed to be fucking really voicing your opinion on. Because, like I said, when it hit close to home, don't say I wasn't right. Oh, you was right. I don't want to hear that shit. Because I don't want to. No, because I don't do I told you so. I'll just walk away, smoke. I'm gonna just smoke my weed in your face and walk right away. Like I didn't do that.
Like I do something wrong that I know about. Okay, I told you that was going to be wrong for you to do, and that's what you're going to do. Okay, that's going to be what you done did then, because you know what I'm saying. If a person is intent with malice and a forethought that they're going to commit a certain act, just be glad that shit happened somewhere way away from wherever you are yourself. Because you know that shit's over there somewhere happening all across this country.
Exactly.
You know, from your neighborhood to mine, that shit is happening all over there. And a damn thing we sitting here can do about it, but try and talk to each other and keep each other safe, and you know, give all praise to the Most High. You know, that we're all able to sit here and talk about how safe we are through you, Nate. You know, salute, tell Nate salute, y'all. Listen to me. See why I don't get no love out the. I don't know what is wrong with me. I feel like I'm a ghost, like I'm on mute, and I think I ain't. And then I got so older when I smoke a little bit of weed, I start hallucinating and I think I'm really actually in a podcast, and I am really hitting that production button. And, and then I'd be thinking about them circuits because there's books full of this, that, this and that and the other. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. You ain't gonna be no book or no anything that's gonna teach you how to be a parent. You're supposed to already know from Jump Street the best way to be a parent is to protect your kid at all costs. And also still make sure you maintain and keep that bond no matter what you're doing. Because if you don't, this is where things happen and things go wrong. And I'm not gonna hold you. Like I said, that part too definitely gonna be spoken about on Saturday. I'm gonna set a time reminder on Saturday. I got a feeling I'm going back to work for some reason Saturday. That's why. My vacation was good though. Been off since last Tuesday, so yeah. Time to go back.
You've been long enough, huh?
Yeah. Nah, but it was good enough. Good time to rest, recuperate. Like I said, I be working long hours a lot of time. A lot of times I do my lives while I'm at work because I'm already up. I'll be knowing if I'm gonna be laying down, but then if I don't, come on in and speak to the people, especially when it's shit that need to be, it's just a constant wake up and a reminder that you're gonna have to figure out all sorts of ways to try to keep at least the kids that need to protecting the most, keep them protected at all costs. That's it. But I ain't gonna keep some of y'all forever because I know some of y'all work in school tomorrow. Others got to deal with kids tomorrow. Others got trolling time to do. You know how they do. Oh, my fault. A troll never sleeps. I forgot. I don't think trolls sleep.
Man, I'm going to the driving range tomorrow through this Veterans Administration organization that they have available for vets here in Vegas, and they're gonna go golfing. So instead of going to Gear Fit, which is teaching me how to do exercise at least 3 times a week, with them, that's that kind of, if I do overdo it, I'll be sitting at home like I am right now with diarrhea coming out of my ass because my muscles have all been messed with, holding them stomach muscles and doing these exercises and shit, right?
Papa, look, stop lying. Just tell everybody you took one of them detoxes, man. It's all good. It's all good, baby.
Well, that's what it turned into, huh? So that must have been why God sent me there, dude. Because I just saw that picture. You had to translate it for me, man. This is your show. But shit, yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah. You must have been drinking that green detox juice. Oh, yeah. Take your ass on about yourself. Take yourself about your business, Papa Will. You be all right. You're going to see the results, baby.
I'm just trying to warn you. I'm just trying to alert you, my friend, that there's things by the time you're 68, you're going to be able to look back at a whole lot of shit you be done did, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Some of it going to be most of it going to be for the good. Whatever was for the bad was a learning curve. So it is what it is. It's called maturity.
Yeah, that part. I was raised that by 30, man, you're supposed to be a matured adult, that anything anybody asked you about or was associated with you was about they knew that they could depend on you, that you wasn't gonna be lying or cheating them, you know, and that you was gonna be about helping them to advance in life. You know, that's what I was taught, that by the time you're 30, you should be past all the bullshit in your life. You shouldn't be fucking up nothing. You should have no reason to lie to anybody about anything. And you should always stand up for what you believe, because the worst thing can happen to you is a person to kill you for what you believe. You die for what you believe.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that everybody's been on the other end of being dead, except for like some of the shit I don't even like to think about. You know, it's like somebody just, you know, you just happen to be walking down the street and a motherfucker jump out of nowhere and just shoot you in the head just because he's a serial killer and you was his victim that day. Somebody was.
Yeah.
And all we can do is give to the Most High once again that we weren't included in that. So what are we doing? What are we doing, you know, in the opposite? What are we doing for that energy that we made it past that moment, that time, to still be on, headed to what is that thing we're going to do for anybody? Well, how are we going to help one person on anything? With, you know, just because as you were walking through the dust and the gas of existence, it came upon you and you didn't shun it. You accepted it. And expanded on it and created.
Rachel just brought up a very interesting thing, though, but it is the truth, though. That's why I said it's going to definitely be a part 2. We're going to do that Saturday. We'll definitely leave the panel open for those who want to tune in and who want to chime in, because definitely that's going to be something. You know, and like I said, all in all, we supposed to be really teaching each other, period.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we as the adults supposed to teach the youngins that there's certain things they don't need to go down roads with, especially if we already been down those roads, and vice versa. Some kids are going to teach us that as the world is changing, you got to get in tune with certain shit, especially if you still investigating shit. You got to be in tune with shit. And if you ain't getting in tune with it on the physical aspect, you're supposed to still be able to see what's going on. That's another reason why there's social media and there's phones. Make sure your kids is good at all course at some point. So you have to do whatever. You know. Like I said, I'm definitely about to. Yeah, I'll shut this down. I ain't playing no music tonight. I'll do that Friday.
Well, good night, man. Hey, it was always a pleasure being on your panel with you, man. I love doing it, but I got to go mute on your ass now. Good night.
You already know, Papa. Will appreciate you popping up, and appreciate Tanya for popping up. You know, like I said, I'm definitely going to set that time reminder for Saturday. And for those who want to tune in on it, like I said, you want to chime in, panel will be open. Especially you, Rachel, if you want to pop in on that and speak about whatever, you already know what it is. Love is love over here, you know. And I do appreciate those who did tune in tonight. And shout outs to the replay game. Shout outs to the Shadow Watchers. Y'all know y'all already know it's love. Definitely going to have this part 2 Saturday. Don't forget about tomorrow night. We're going to definitely be in the house for a while. I'm going to set the time reminder for that. And Friday, like I said, it might not be too much going on Friday. And even if it is, it's going to get addressed for a minute and then we getting straight to the music. You already know what it is. You know, if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, but this is something definitely that should be shared, because at the end of the day, it does go both ways. You gotta definitely make sure the kids are protected, not just in the streets and not just at home, but you gotta make sure they're protected in the schools if you send them to school, because you don't know what kind of situations could be happening right now. And it definitely got to be some reform there. So, you know, we'll definitely finish up this conversation on Saturday, y'all. You know, like I said, this is what we do over here, though. We have our nights when we do our thing, you know, and then we're going to have nights when we're going to have these serious discussions. So, like I said, this is what I'm bringing, you know. But definitely like, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope everybody have a blessed evening. Y'all already know, y'all stay safe. Keep your third eye open. Until the next live, you already know what it is, y'all. Peace and blessings. We out of here.